Portland, Oregon, the backdrop for tonight's top 25 MCLA doubleheader. Later tonight, the 7th-ranked Oregon Ducks will take on the 3rd-ranked Chapman Panthers. But first, it's number 2 Colorado State versus the 22nd-ranked Clan from Simon Fraser University. Southridge High School, the site for our collegiate lacrosse debut on Lax TV. Tonight's games are presented by Bam Shaft and Inside Lacrosse, the source for the sport. Good evening, lacrosse fans. Dan Matthews here with Todd Walker. And again, we've got Colorado State versus Simon Fraser. The Clan come in again ranked number 22 in the latest MCLA poll, while Colorado State, after a 17-3 victory over Northern Colorado last weekend, jumps to number 2. Todd, let's talk about this matchup and what we expect out of each of these teams.
Well, a little bit of a contrast here, Dan. Coach Alex Smith of CSU wants to try and limit shot opportunities and goals from Simon Fraser, and the Clan wants to run and gun. They're all about getting up and down the field and putting as many shots on the goalie as they can muster in the course of 60 minutes. So it's going to be a kind of a test of wills between Simon Fraser's high-powered offense and CSU's ability to shut down the opposition.
The Clan putting up about 14.5 goals a game, and they've played 4 games so far, coming into the day at 2-2, while Colorado State had a scrimmage last weekend against NCAA Division II Adams State, which they won 9-5, and then played Northern Colorado in their first MCLA contest. Northern Colorado, a Division II MCLA squad, and rather handily took out the Bears.
Yeah, you would not expect CSU to have any trouble against any Division II opponent, and certainly not against Northern Colorado. They were not much of a matchup for CSU, but a good starting win to get them out of the gate for 2012.
The local kid from Sunset High School here in Beaverton, Oregon, Jack Reagan, is going to get the start in net for Colorado State, while Darren Zwack will get the nod between the pipes for the Clan. At the X, we've got Dan Warfield for Colorado State and Tom Newton for Simon Fraser. And folks, we're just about underway in our inaugural broadcast here on Lax TV. The rain held off most of the day. It looks like we're starting to get a little drizzle outside. Just in time for face-off.
For the Clan.
At the X, we've got
Fraser
Dan Warfield for Colorado State.
Here's the whistle, and we're
Darren
underway.
Zwack will get
the draw's going to be picked up
nod between
by Colorado State
and
immediately dropped, picked up by the Clan.
That's number 27. We've got Dan Warfield for Colorado State, while Darren Zwack
Canadian players from Simon Fraser are going to be predominantly
one-handed
for the Clan.
Much stronger with one hand than the other.
At the X, we've got
see
Dan
a lot of their
Warfield
for Colorado State.
That single hand.
Darren Zwack will get the nod between the pipes
the field game, so
for the Clan.
The concepts are very different between.
At the X, we've got Dan Warfield for Colorado State, while Darren Zwack will get the nod between the pipes on the Clan. For the Clan. Colorado State ball. At the X, we've got Dan Warfield for Colorado State, while Darren Zwack will get the nod between the pipes. Good aggressive defense by the Clan early.
Good ride.
At the X, we've got Dan Warfield. No love lost between these two teams for the Clan. They played 3 times in the last 2 years, 2 of those victories. At the X, we've got Dan to Colorado State.
No, both coaches have acknowledged that.
At the X, we've got Dan.
A pretty good rivalry.
We've got Dan Warfield. No love lost between these two
Fraser
teams.
For looking to hang one on the Rams tonight.
At the X, we've got Dan Warfield. Glenn running the circle. You can kind of see that dominant left hand there by number 11, Colton Dow. He drives to the cage.
Late flag. I think we're going to get either a push or a slash on the crease there on the drive, Dan.
The wind picking up here. We are at Southridge High School. The Skyhawks, the mascot here at Southridge.
Yeah, it looks like the call was actually an illegal body check, and looks like the ref saw an elbow to the head on that drive by Dow.
So a restart behind the cage for the Clan.
And there'll be extra man for 1 minute.
Colton Dow and the Clan working the ball around.
1 minute penalty assessed to number 25, Taylor Zaber of the Colorado State Rams.
Errant pass is going to get to midfield and bounce back into the Simon Fraser offensive end.
Yeah, he kind of forced the feed from X there. He really didn't have anything. It had to be a perfect pass in order to get through, and just wasn't accurate enough.
There's a rocket wide of the cage from up top. That was Sam Clare.
Kind of an interesting call on the end line there, Dan. The official really had his back to the play as the ball was going out of bounds. I'm not sure he really knows who was closest to the point where the ball went over the end line when it went out.
Colorado State on the easy clear on the far sideline. Colorado State's going to look to press the ball to the cage. Long stick coming in. Pass misses into the middle. Picked back up by the Rams and immediately checked out of the stick by the Clan.
Yeah, he really tried to make defenseman did a nice job clearing the ball, but he really tried to make a very difficult pass behind him to the midi up top. And really what you're trying to do is either make a diagonal pass or a pass to a player in front of you. You really don't want to try and make that backwards pass.
Scoreless here early. Matt Dewey with the ball for the Rams. Rams looking to set their offense. It's like we're in a 3-1-2 offensive set.
And
there's a shot in the goal.
That was a nice look, Dan. They got the ball to X.
That was the Rams. Corey Smith. Corey Hughes, I think. No, it wasn't. It was Sean Smith. Sophomore attack from Amherst, New York.
Yeah, it was a nice little play. They got the ball to X from one wing and just had a front side cut by the midi, and the Simon Fraser D lost track of him, and he was wide open on the crease for a real easy goal.
Going to have to bear with us, folks, on those Rams jerseys. A light number on a light jersey with a little bit of rain on the windows in front of us here in the press box makes for difficult go. That's going to be a Ram face-off win. The ground ball stays on the turf. That's going to be picked up by Colorado State. Worked around, that's Austin Fisher. He works it up top to Josh Gregg. Paying attention to Josh Gregg is Wiley Wanzer from Makeda, Washington. Ball's worked up top. Here's the dodge from the top. Got to pull it back out. Reset the offense. Braxton Campbell at the midfield. He gives it to Taggart. Back over to Campbell. The ball's on the turf. Campbell's going to scoop it up. He works his way in. We're going to have man in the crease for the Rams. We'll give the ball over to Simon Fraser.
He made the drive off the wing and tried to stop his momentum. I really think he had the inside leverage to duck inside get a nice shot off right there on the crease, but he kind of backed off at the end, and no way he could stop himself from falling into the crease.
So nice of the rain to hold off until game time for us. Again, I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. This is Lax TV in our inaugural broadcast. Clan on the clear. Colton Dow has it on the near side. Behind the cage, left side.
Yeah, Dan, Simon Fraser's all about their attack. Colton Dow and Calvin Craig both had over 100 points last year, and with Calvin Craig being the real scoring threat with 100 goals and 32 assists.
That's Hilker up top, working on his defender.
Good look.
Pass to the middle, good look. Nice save by Reagan.
Nice feed across the field to an open guy, and got a real nice shot off and a nice save by the CSU goalie.
CSU, the home team, in their white uniforms with the gold trim. Here come the Rams.
Nice shot.
That's a shot and a goal. That goal goes, I believe that was Braxton Campbell, if I'm correct.
Grayson Conkle.
Conkle, number 49.
Yeah, and that was a nice drive. He took his guy down the alley, and when he kind of overplayed him to the top side, he ducked underneath and got a real nice close shot off on the crease. Yeah, you can see Conkle gets positioned, and once you're that close to the goal and you've got that much space, get your hands free. That's a no-brainer on the goal.
Daniel Warfield facing off for the Rams, and number 27, Max Wazlowski for the Clan.
It's Warfield and Wazlowski at the face-off X. Possession Rams.
Boy, that was a really dangerous pass over the top of the goal. He did not clear the goal by much on that pass across to the other defenseman.
Josh Gregg with the left-handed carry over the midfield stripe. Pulled out of a stick by the Simon Fraser defense. Picked up by Austin Fisher for the Rams. No, that's Tim Taggart. Tim Taggart, 6'2", 170-pound midfielder from Highlands Ranch, Colorado, Mountain Vista High School. Rams working the ball around. Shot high over the cage by Fisher.
Yeah, it was a tough shot. He did a nice job bringing his guy around from X, but kind of far out, and it would have been a really, really great dead-on shot in order to beat the goalie.
Rams with the ball up top. That's Camerzell. 2-0 your score. 8:05 left to go, first quarter. Loose ball picked up by the goaltender. That's Zwack for Simon Fraser. Sam Clare with the ball up top, near side. Over to Ransom. Fraser working a little bit of a circle offense, just trying to find their niche right this moment. Trailing 2-0.
Yeah, I think they're kind of feeling out CSU's defense a little bit. They're looking for a guy that they might want to take to the goal. They've got it around the horn once, and everybody's had a touch. I think you'll see him start to throw in a couple cuts here, see if they can pop a guy open cutting through the crease. Like right there.
That was Dow with the feed, unable to find his connection. This ball's going to roll out of bounds on the near side. It's going to remain Clan ball. As you're watching this game, people, you're going to really notice the dominance of that single hand for that Simon Fraser squad. You're going to see them really stretch to catch balls and things like that. Stick work that's great for the indoor game, but the Clan needs to kind of work it out, wouldn't you say, Todd, to become a little bit more adaptive to the field game?
Yeah, there's not much premium on being two-handed in the box, and frequently you'll see the Canadian guys that are used to playing box are not great with both hands.
There's a shot near side. The rundown's going to be picked up by Reagan, and it'll be Rams ball going the other direction.
Now, we had a loose ball push, Dan, a loose ball push in the crease after the shot, so the ball's going to stay on this end with Simon Fraser.
Simon Fraser.
Nice hustle by Reagan in spite of the push. Clear with the ball, left-handed shot, easy save for Reagan.
Yeah, that's really too far out, and with not enough on it to beat a goalie of this caliber in a game like this.
Formerly of Sunset High School.
And CSU's got numbers here, so we'll see if they can finish this fast break.
Rams are going to pull it back, and this is that wholesale substitution thing that really tends to slow the game down.
It sure does. There's a nice drive. Good check, though.
Got a flag down on the field.
We're going to get a slash.
It's going to put CSU man up for 60 seconds on the personal foul.
On the field is a slash. This has to get number 12.
That slashing call is on Mitch Frank, 6'4", 200-pound defenseman from Burnaby, BC, St. Thomas More High School. Rams will work it in. Alex Devlin up top to Austin Fisher. Rams could tend to just settle it in and look for the right play and the right shot.
Yeah, they're basically in a circle. They're leaving the center of the field open for a move.
There's a cut from the inside. That was Mike Wolf. Don Bosco Prep out of New Jersey. And the save by Zwack. Fisher, great job getting his hands free. The shot sails wide to the near side.
Yeah, he had a guy wide open on the crease too, Dan. He really could have dumped that off and for an easy dunk right on the doorstep.
There's a left-handed shot. Swag knocks it away, but it goes out of bounds. Rams ball. Errant pass up top. Ball's going to stay in the offensive zone for the Rams, but it's still going to be picked up by Simon Fraser going the other way, and the flag's down. I think that's going to be
either going to be a push or a hold with possession, Dan. I think he caught a push on that, which kind of unfortunate on the loose ball. Somebody's liable to get shoved one way or the other.
Ball's going to stay in the offensive zone.
Yeah, in the replay we can see the loose ball coming out, and initially Colorado State did a nice job of keeping it on the offensive side, but they're trying to come up with a loose ball. CSU defenseman ran over the top of the Simon Fraser midi.
Just under 4 minutes left to go in the first period. 2-0. Colorado State, your score. Two-man game up top. Finally working it down low. That shot is short side. And it's backed up by Reagan.
Yeah, that was really an ill-advised shot. Really at any time, but especially on when you're extra man. He did not have time, did not have room, and just tried to kind of throw one up against the wall, and that had almost no chance of getting past the goalie.
Freewheeling sticks by Fraser knocked the ball loose. We'll go the other direction.
That was a really nice ride by the long stick midi.
It's Colton Dow with the feed inside to Riley Wanzer, who dropped the ball. There's a shot. Good save by Reagan. Reagan seeing everything very well tonight so far.
Yeah, there was a sort of a classic Canadian shot there. He caught it lefty, brought the ball across his body, and shot it backhand left-handed.
You're watching the MCLA on Lax TV. I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. 22nd ranked Simon Fraser trailing 2-0 against Colorado State. Behind the cage is Ward Spencer. He kicks it up top to Hilker. Working it around to Newton. Newton's going to dodge from the top. Again, strong with the right hand, but unable to make any kind of a shift to work the ball into a position where he could shoot.
Yeah, he got down the alley, but no angle once he got down close to the cage.
Rams clear. That's Hayden Porter who brought it over the midfield stripe for CSU. We've got an arm up. We're going to have a flag and a push.
Loose ball push, and the Simon Fraser defense really got away with a cross check there that the officials either didn't see or chose not to call.
So the Rams maintain possession. Two-man game up top. That's Grbanis with the ball. Couple of pick plays. Looking to roll off of those picks. Sean Smith. Left-hand cradle around the back of the cage. Question mark dodge. Can't get the shot off, but a great effort by Smith. Great coverage on the defense by Mark Hilker.
Yeah, real nice job. He wouldn't give him topside, and when he tried to come underneath, he stripped the ball out of his stick. Nice defense.
Great swim dodge by Hilker to get the ball across midfield. Running down that right sideline, ball goes out of bounds to Colorado State.
Yeah, great check on the ride.
Just under a minute and a half left, 2-0 CSU over Simon Fraser. We're in the first quarter of play from Southridge High School in Beaverton, Oregon.
Yeah, CSU's got an extra short stick on the field for the clear here, Dan. They're trying to work the numbers and apply their advantage with the middies.
That's Matt Dewey on the clear. Working the ball from up top is Taggart. Good motion off the ball for the Rams. Looking inside, there's a roll dodge.
Good inside roll.
The shot and the save by Zwack. We're under a minute to go. Not the shootout we might have expected so far.
No, I've really been kind of surprised at Simon Fraser really kind of taking the air out of the ball. I think they recognize that they maybe don't want to get into a situation where they get down too far to CSU early, and they're actually being pretty conservative.
This Fraser team, very young. They're experiencing a huge learning curve, going up against a perennial power such as Colorado State so early in the season. We're under 5 seconds. Time's going to run out here in the first quarter. Your score at the end of 1, Colorado State 2, Simon Fraser You're watching the MCLA right here on Lax TV. We're going to be commercial free here in our first endeavor with Lacrosse Talk. We'll blame it on the rain. That's a song, is it not?
I believe that it is.
Blame it on the rain, and we will.
Nice job.
Great moves all the way down the field for Zach Arthur, the 6'3", 175-pound long stick midi out of Cherry Creek High School in Denver, but unable to convert.
Nice job taking advantage of the fact that nobody picked him up off that face-off and just went right to the cage, took a nice bounce shot. He just bounced it a little bit over the goal.
There's a shot to goal, Colorado State, number 40. I can't see the numbers, folks. We'll get that goal for you here in just a second.
It was number 40. I think it was Dustin Grubinas.
Okay, that's what I thought was Grubinas, but I didn't want to say anything without being sure. So Colorado State on a 3-goal run here.
Took a nice bounce shot. He just bounced it a little bit over the goal. There's a shot to goal.
And that goal scored at 26 seconds of the second quarter. 3-0 your score, Colorado State. There's another face-off draw win. Shot saved by Zwack.
Great save. Yeah, Darren Zwack just held his ground on that point blank shot from the right off the face-off. Real nice job keeping his eye on the ball and playing it right into his stick.
Simon Fraser struggling to get the ball on the clear. Nice pass up to the top at midfield. Finally get the clear there. You see one of those left-handed catches across the body. that one made by Eric Ransom. Ransom, a junior from Sherwood Park, Alberta.
And the restrooms are the porta potties next to the school. Also, there's a raffle going around down there. Be sure to
Colton Dow working the ball behind the cage for the Clan. Gets it up top. That's Craig. Shot low and a goal.
And that gives you some idea of how he managed to score 100 goals last year. That was a nice shot. He drove his guy, got a little space, got his hands free, took a real nice sidearm shot into that lower corner.
Working the ball behind the cage for the Clan.
Reaching off for the Clan, number 27.
Gets it up top. That's Craig.
Smart play there, Dan. He used his defenseman as a
Simon
screen.
Fraser struggling to get the ball
Good
on the
example of
clear.
how you really don't need that much room to get a real good shot off.
Ball just sits right at the X. Not sure who really won that draw, but CSU's going to pick it up. There's going to be a push on the play,
Yes.
and it'll be Fraser ball.
Yeah, Colorado State really had two back-to-back loose ball pushes, so the official was just waiting for the play to resolve itself before he made the call. Great feed from the drive out of the middle down to the wing. Really probably should have been a completed pass. The attackman just missed the ball though. And on the receiving end of that pass was Ward Spencer, Dan, and he's the rookie component of that otherwise grizzled attack core for Simon Fraser.
Rams on the clear. Jack Curry with the ball on the near side. He works it around to Braxton Campbell. Campbell right-handed cradle. Up top to Devlin. Into the hands of Taggart. Guess it's not his hands, really it's his stick. Or his cross. Dodge from the top. Pulling it back out is Kyle Reynolds.
That was a real dangerous play there, Dan. Simon Fraser actually had him triple teamed with the ball up top. If he'd been able to move the ball rapidly to one side or the other, they would have had real good extra man opportunity.
Reynolds tries to split three defenders. He's unable to do it. Fraser gets the clear. It's Colton Dow on the far side. We're going to have a timeout. Simon Fraser. We're at Southridge High School in Beaverton, Oregon. I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. Many of you may have heard us on Lacrosse Talk, North America's first and most comprehensive show dedicated to the Creators Game. Lacrosse Talk, one of many sponsors we have. We will apologize to our sponsors in advance for our inability to run their spots today. A little bit of technical difficulty. But some of those sponsors include Bam Shaft, Inside Lacrosse Magazine, Head Wraps. Head Wraps is the sponsor of our post-game show, the Head Wraps Wrap-Up Show. Just to name a few of the sponsors involved with bringing you these broadcasts. Coming up a little bit later, we're going to have a great matchup between the University of Oregon Ducks and the Chapman Panthers. Looking forward to that one.
Yeah, Chapman lost a squeaker last week to BYU, number 1 ranked BYU, who subsequently lost to Cal Poly. But really good game that, at least to my mind, Chapman should have won.
You can't make mistakes, as Dallas Hartley said so eloquently to us earlier this afternoon.
Yeah, it only in a double overtime game, it only takes one to swing the momentum, swing the outcome to the other team, and Chapman made a bunch of them in the second half.
12 minutes to go in the first half. Our score 3-1 in favor of Colorado State. The second-ranked Rams over Simon Fraser.
Kind of interesting, Dan. CSU is putting a short stick on Colton Dow right now and playing shutoff. He's wearing him like a second pair of shorts. And he's actually in danger here of maybe getting an interference call, because, I mean, he is really playing him tight. But the CSU's plan here is to keep Colton Dow from getting the ball at all.
Eric Ransom.
Nice
he
check.
gets de-twigged. Great defensive play by the Rams.
Really nice check.
I think that was Brian Laxar. Rams on the clear, Stephen Brown. Rams put a lot of players on the field, and keeping up with that pace is a little bit difficult. But with so many players on the field for the Rams at any given time, or making those substitutions, really keeps you fresh.
Yeah, and two very different philosophies in this game, Dan, because Simon Fraser likes to play a really short bench. They've had one game this year already where I believe they only had 14 players that saw any time in the game. So with a bunch of freshmen sitting there, Coach Hoskins likes to keep as much experience on the field as he can, and the downside of that is you really shorten up your bench, and your guys better be in great shape.
3-1 our score. Rams called the timeout there. Got to spend some time with Coach Smith earlier today, and well, not really wanting to let the cat out of the bag. I think he really was giving the nod in goal to Reagan today because of where the game's being played, and I think Reagan has really stepped up to the occasion. Yeah,
he hasn't seen too many good shots so far today, but the ones he's had a chance to make a play on, he has. And as you say, I think he grew up about 5 miles from where we're playing this game, so he's local boy, comes home, and I think that helps get the start.
Alex, a former goalie himself, really believes in Reagan. He says that he's really got the potential to ultimately be a superstar.
Yeah, he only saw time in 7 games last year, but Alex thinks he's come to the point where he's ready to really become a top flight goalie in the MCLA.
Alex Devlin up top for the Rams on the restart.
Lacrosse Northwest, providing lacrosse to thousands of kids since 1998.
That one's off the side of the cage. Going to have a push on number 3, Wiley Wanzer.
Yeah, the official threw the flag on that, Dan, but really that should have been a loose ball push. He did get shoved into the crease after he took the shot, but that really should be a loose ball push. He may try and amend the call to make it an illegal body check. Nope. I think he's changed his mind and has called the loose ball push. I don't think Simon Fraser's going to be down here.
Our officiating crew talking it over. Goal line extended. And Todd, the differences between a loose ball push and the illegal body check.
Yeah, it's unfortunately kind of a
that was Brian
gray area.
Laxar.
It's really up to the discretion of the official based on how much force he believes is used on the shove from the rear. In this case, I'm not sure that this isn't just an instance of the official amending the call to fit the flag. Really, I don't think that was an overly egregious shove in the back, but and should have been a loose ball push. But he's after chatting it over with his teammates, he's decided to call that an illegal body check.
Colorado State in the man up position.
Rams man up. Grayson Conkle into the game up top for the Rams, and he's got possession of the ball. There's a nice save by Zwack. He lost sight of it.
Yes, he did.
Wasn't quite sure where it was, but it happened to be right at his feet. And Fraser's going to work on the clear.
Again, not a great shot on extra man, Dan. You really want something when you're man up. You really want something inside 12 yards, kind of point blank right in front of the cage in terms of a shot. And I thought CSU rushed that a little bit, settled for a shot that wasn't the best.
Here comes the Clan, shot in the goal. That's number 25, Sam Clare. 6'1", 185-pound midfielder from Ladner, British Columbia.
Brings our score to 3-2.
Yeah, nice drive and shot.
Man up, you really want to.
I think we'll get the replay here where
inside 12 yards.
Simon Fraser does a nice job riding and getting the ball back. Picked off there by Sam Clare. He's going to drive basically half field all the way from the midline. Coming to his left. He gets picked up, but sort of an ineffective stick check, and nice job getting the shot on goal.
So back-to-back goals for Simon Fraser, and they're right back in it at 3-2.
Yeah, that was more like how Simon Fraser, I think, really wants to play. A little more run and gun where they can try and beat CSU down to the cage.
That's not going to make Alex Smith very happy either.
No, those aren't the ones that he wants to give up. He wants his guys to play good, solid defense, especially on the unsettled situations like that. And that was not a great effort on the check.
Austin Fisher comes around the cage again. Zwack, he makes the save and has no idea where the ball is once he's done.
No, that was a body save, maybe off his thigh, and the ball popped up, and he really did not know where it was.
Zwack Young, just a sophomore. Working the ball around is Ward Spencer. He's a freshman. Travis Hayes, another freshman up top. He's the one in the black stockings on his legs.
And CSU, Dan, has gone back to sort of conventional D here. They're no longer trying to shut off Colton Dow. They've got a long stick D man on him and just playing off him like they would any other time. It was sort of interesting that they went to that tactic of the shut off this early, especially since he hasn't really hurt him yet.
One thing you'll notice about Simon Fraser, they're all very quick. That's Colton Dow behind the cage. He's guarded closely by Hayden Porter for the Rams.
Yeah, doing everything he can, as you can see, to work to his left hand. And maybe a freshman error there
on Spencer.
Spencer not getting the backup on the shot and giving the ball over to CSU. Really an unforced error.
Just about halfway through the second period of play here in Beaverton, Oregon. The Rams with a 3-2 lead over Simon Fraser. I'm Dan Matthews. Color commentator Todd Walker joins me in the booth. Next week, we'll be in Jacksonville, Florida for some varied action. We're going to be looking at some stuff with Division I Jacksonville, Michigan, Mercer, and Holy Cross. We will also have a matchup of MCLA squads, Florida State and Virginia Tech, as well as a high school game between Ponte Vedra High School and the Bulls School. Rams with possession. In and out of the box for the Rams.
And again, they're just kind of testing out their man. Everybody's getting a chance to touch the ball and kind of feel his guy out, see who they want to take to the cage.
Braxton Campbell looks to work toward the cage. That gets shut off. Pass dropped. Goes the other way. That's Riley Wanzer with the long stick.
Nice pass.
Nice behind the back pass. Shot saved by Reagan.
Great save by Reagan.
As beautiful as the pass was, the save was even better.
That was really an effective use of a behind-the-back pass, Dan. A lot of people think that's showboating, but there are times when that is absolutely the best play you can make. That was a great behind-the-back pass to Spencer. He just barely got the shot off before getting blown up, and Reagan made a real nice save on the ball.
Reagan looking really good so far in front of his home crowd. This is Grayson Conkle. He gets the ball inside but can't maintain possession.
Yeah, it was nice defense and good job by the D-man getting the ball to the goalie in the crease where the attack is not allowed to touch him.
You look at this left-hand dominance, and CSU's going to try to force that to the near sideline when you've got the players trying to clear to their strong hand.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job of overplaying their what they perceive as the one-handedness, and frankly, really is the one-handedness of the Simon Fraser players. And that really is a huge disadvantage. I mean, if your defender can only has to worry about playing you to one side or the other, it's makes it really difficult on yourself to get your hands free.
It's a great job coming around the inside. Travis Hayes has it up top. Kicks it over to Brendan Farrell. Fraser's going to be content to work the ball around. Fraser, uncommonly right now, working the ball from up top rather than down low. They're going to call a timeout with 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go in the first half. Colorado State leading 3-2. We look at the pace of this game, Todd, and while there's been a fair amount of action, we've got a low score.
Yeah, the low score I think really kind of favors CSU in a way. Although Simon Fraser's managing to hang in there, hang around, and if they can stay this way and get into the fourth quarter where they can maybe get a couple easy fast break goals, CSU could be in some fairly serious trouble.
Again, our score 3-2 with just under 5 minutes to go here in the first half of play. You're watching Lax TV. And I am Dan Matthews. He's Todd Walker. Lax TV, changing the way you follow lacrosse. Want to welcome in all of our viewers back home in Colorado. I do say home because we are from Colorado, Todd and I, but when you get to the broadcast booth, there are no favorites.
That's right. And coming out of the timeout, Simon Fraser sort of set up a 1-4-1 to see if they could get a drive from up top, and we'll see if this pays dividends. They're not really a midi-oriented team; they're really an attack-oriented team. So, getting that drive off the top, I'm not sure works to their strength.
There's a nice feed inside, but unable to maintain possession was Simon Fraser, and that was Ian Vickers.
Great check.
CSU getting real aggressive. Oh, what a hit. Oh, the flag's going to drop on that? Yeah. I don't know. They're calling this game a little on the tight side, I would say.
That was one where you maybe could have said that he turned and got hit as a result of the turn away from the check. We'll have to maybe get a glance at the replay here and see if he actually made that roll away from the check, or if he just got drilled in the back as he came around from X.
As we progress through this game, you will be able to follow us and interact with us on Twitter.
Yeah, here we get the replay, and the official actually called a no release illegal body check on this. So, and we just missed it. It did look like he did not turn. However, it looks like he just got drilled in the back. So, a good call by the official there. One of the points of emphasis is hits from the rear this year, and they want to be extremely careful with any kind of possible injury producing body check, and that certainly was one.
I just like to see guys get knocked around. That's all.
It's a physical game, but got to be physical within the rules.
We've got an unreleasable penalty on the Rams.
And what that means, Dan, is no matter how many goals Simon Fraser scores, that man is going to stay in the penalty box until the time expires.
There's a shot from up high, sails wide. It's going to be Fraser ball.
Just barely Fraser ball. Reagan did a nice job stepping out behind the goal on that shot, and I really think was closer to that end line when the ball went out.
Another nice behind the back pass. Great feed inside and a save by Reagan, deflecting the ball wide of the cage.
Another loose. No, I thought he was going to call a loose ball push, but.
It's going to remain in, it's going to be Colorado State's ball on the clear. Reagan getting involved in the clear now. Good stick work, great pass across the field, not handled.
Good look up to the corner.
By Hayden Porter, but Porter's able to pick it up. Porter heads toward the cage, feeds it behind it to Austin Fisher. Got a chance to speak with Fisher's parents in the hotel a little bit earlier. they're real excited about this CSU squad.
Yeah, made the trek up to watch Austin, and they're looking forward to, I think, a little bit better weather than we got here tonight. But
oh, it'll clear up about the time we leave. There's a drive to the cage, a nice save by Zwack. It's going to be chased down by Fisher. 2.5 minutes to go. Colorado State scoreless here in the second quarter. That really does play into the hands of Simon Fraser.
Yeah, Simon Fraser's been doing a nice job on the even up defense and preventing CSU from getting any real easy looks, and CSU's taking a couple not great shots, but Zwack is also doing a nice job in the cage.
That's Fisher coming from behind the cage. He's got 6 goals on the season. Make it 7.
Yeah, there was just a case of an individual one-on-one move where the attackman just beats his defenseman. No slide coming, and that's too easy for Austin. You can't let him have that kind of shot that close to the cage. Yeah, there's the finish, and you see, Austin should be laying on his back as the ball is released out of his stick. There should be somebody there on the slide to put him on the ground after he initially beats his defenseman, but no slide there, too easy.
Back at the X, that's Warfield for Colorado State, and Newton for Simon Fraser, and the ball's loose. Nobody able to pick it up. We got a wet track out there, folks. It's a little bit slippery. We'll just play walk the dog with the ball for a while. That ball's going to go out of bounds. Looked to be last touched by Simon Fraser. It was. It'll be Colorado State ball. Who wins that faceoff, Todd?
Actually goes into the books as a W for Colorado State, goofy as that may sound.
Cheap way to win a faceoff.
Yes, it is.
Four to 2 Colorado State. We're just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. A nice bounce pass. Working the clear. And the Rams have the clear. That's Grabinas bringing the ball across midfield and settling in the Colorado State offense.
Again, pretty easy on the clear. Colorado State pulls one of their long stick defensemen off the field and substitutes in an extra midi. So they're basically clearing 4 short sticks against 3, and doing a good job of clearing the ball.
Timeout on the field. Colorado State's going to have possession with 1:28 left to go. Our score 4-2 from Beaverton, Oregon.
They offer a 24-hour turnaround.
Our inaugural broadcast here on Lax TV. As I was saying a little bit earlier, you can interact with us on Twitter during the second half of today's game at Twitter handle @LaxTV. It's that simple.
2 X's in Lax.
2 X's in Lax. LAXX TV. We'll be happy to answer your questions, talk about what's going on in today's game. You know what? Tell us who your favorite teams are.
Describe how happy you are not to be sitting out in 50 degrees and rain.
What's truly remarkable is we have a hatch open above us, and we're not getting wet. It's where our camera crew's sitting.
Kudos to our camera crew for hanging outside and getting the shots of this game. It is not a pleasant evening to be sitting outside.
Kudos to the fans sitting in the stands watching this one. Eerily reminiscent of a matchup these two had that went overtime at the MCLA Championships 2 years ago. A game that Simon Fraser won. I believe the final was 12-11 in that one. And an incredible game. You see the crowd with their umbrellas. And it's a sparse crowd right now, but I'm looking for it to pick up in time for our second game. And again, our second game features Chapman's Panthers against the Oregon Ducks from just down the road in Eugene. Question is, what color uniforms will the Ducks come out in tonight?
And here's CSU kind of moving into a 1-4-1, much like Simon Fraser did earlier. They'll be looking for either an ISO from the X or from up top, or to possibly get a man open on the crease for a quick dump and shot.
Moving the ball around the cage is Sean Smith up top. From near side to far side. He gives it up to Grabinis. Colorado State content. Looks like they're looking for the last shot here. Coming around to the near side is Devlin. He's behind the cage on the near side. We're at 20 seconds to go in the half.
And CSU's been given the stall warning, Dan, to keep it in the box.
We'll talk a little bit more about that stall warning, pros and cons of the shot clock, etc. As the game goes on. There's a feed up top. Ball rolling around. That's going to end the half, folks, with your score here from Beaverton, Oregon. Colorado State Rams 4, Simon Fraser 2. I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. We'll be back with the halftime show in just a couple moments.
Post all the latest Southridge youth and high school lacrosse apparel.
Welcome back to Beaverton, Oregon, a rainy Beaverton, Oregon. I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. This is our inaugural broadcast of college lacrosse on Lax TV, changing the way you watch lacrosse. We're ready for the second half. Our score 4-2 in favor of Colorado State over the 22nd ranked Simon Fraser Clan. We've got a new goalie in for CSU. That's Colton Fatzinger. We were expecting this. And it looks like we still have Zwack in for Simon Fraser. The faceoff's picked up by Dan Warfield for the Rams. And he'll start the Rams on offense here in the second half. Rams working the ball around. The rain has picked up here in Oregon. Folks, we're not surprised by the fact that we have rain here. Please understand that there's a reason why the University of Oregon's mascot is a duck.
And the weather's starting to play a factor here too, Dan. The sticks are getting wet. Your pocket gets a little deeper. We're going to see a lot more wayward passes here in the second half.
Braxton Campbell up top gets it down low to Fisher.
Little half-hearted attempt at a hidden ball play there behind the cage.
Rams dodging from behind the cage.
Yeah, we've got an invert here and trying to work the short stick on defense behind the goal.
Fraser picks up the ground ball. Simon Fraser working the clear. Riley Wanzer with the ball. They finally get the clear. That's Eric Ransom for Simon Fraser. Rain definitely picking up. Window's a little fuzzy. It may be time for everybody to don their jackets in the press box and the windows to go open so we can see. We'll stomach it as long as we can back here.
And the good news, Dan, is that the rain is actually changing to snow a little bit.
Freshman Ward Spencer was working the ball behind the cage, and it swung all the way around up top to Casey Foster. Eric Ransom moving to the cage with his left hand, switches to the right, ball sails wide. It's going to belong to the Clan, but we've got a man down in the crease.
Yeah, CSU really kind of got away with what probably should have been a slash, but at least a loose ball push of the Simon Fraser player into the crease.
The Rams on the clear.
Again, with the extra short stick on the field, just a real easy clear by Colorado State.
Rams with the ball up top. And a 4-2 lead in the third. Ethan Lahota, number 43, gives it up. Working the ball behind the cage. Swings out to the side to Braxton Campbell. Campbell switches to the left, back to the right. Simple little roll dodge to get free and makes the pass off to Lahota. Lahota, the right-hand cradle on the far side of the field for the Rams. Coming around the cage, shot sails wide. It's going to be picked up, shot high.
There's a wet stick.
Definitely the byproduct of a wet stick. Simon Fraser chases down the loose ball. We'll go the other direction for the Clan.
Yeah, and on that initial play, Dan, Tim Taggart had really beat his guy coming around the cage and just lost his footing. He actually could have shot the ball about a step and a half before he did, but just the wet turf, he lost his grip and probably held onto the ball a little bit too long before he got the shot off.
Riley Wanzer has the ball on the far side of the field for Simon Fraser. He breaks the midfield barrier.
Nice split dodge by the long pole up top. And now he's in trouble because he's got another long pole playing D on him.
That ball goes out of bounds. Be possession, Colorado State. Yeoman's work by our camera crew, thanks to you guys standing out in the rain while we bring you this MCLA action from Beaverton, Oregon. Hayden Porter has it for Colorado State. Gets inside a little too far and can't get the shot off.
Yeah, a good example there, though, Dan, of the defenseman coming out to play the long pole and really just kind of going after him with a stick check. That's a situation where you really need to take the body, and he's not looking to pass, and you really have the opportunity to throw a body check in there and get the ball.
Rams looking for the shot. That's Alex Devlin up top for CSU. He's covered close by Eric Ransom. That shot sails high.
Yeah, that's a fourth or fifth time they run that play, Dan. They basically set a double pick for the sweep to the right hand coming from that top left position. Pick number 1, pick number 2. And Simon Fraser's really losing that man coming across off that second pick.
In the meantime, Conkle gets a shot off on the left-hand side that goes just wide to the near side. Picked up by Fisher. The Rams will restart the offense. That's Devlin coming around, bounces it high over the cage. CSU ball on the backup.
Yeah, and the rain, Dan, is really even going to change the way the ball reacts on shots. It has a tendency, once the turf gets wet, it has a tendency to slide more than bounce. I'm kind of surprised that one went up over the cage rather than taking a little bit of a skid off the wet turf. You can see him driving off the wing, and that ball really got up in the air.
Grabinas with the ball up top. He beats his man, gets the shot off, scores! That's Grabinas.
Yeah, again, Simon Fraser gets beat due to no slide. The initial midi got beat on the drive, and there was no backup there coming either from nothing coming from the crease. Real late slide coming from behind, not nearly in time to prevent the shot.
It's 2 in a row for the Rams. Those goals coming about 7 minutes apart. It's 5-2 Colorado State with 9:27 to go in the third period.
25 Daniel Warfield facing off.
There's a loose ball push.
That's going to be Simon Fraser ball.
Push called on the field, possession to Simon Fraser.
Surprisingly low score here for being in the second half with these two squads who have traditionally put up 20 to 25 goals a game when they played each other.
And obviously the weather, if it hasn't already, is certainly going to play a factor in the second half. I would not expect to see a whole bunch more scoring in this game.
That's Dow. He's got the ball on the far side. He's watched closely by Hayden Porter. Porter out of Heritage High School in Centennial, Colorado. He's a good takeaway guy. And definitely tough to beat around goal line extended. Simon Fraser really struggling to penetrate that Colorado State defense. Alex Smith was talking to us earlier today about that defense and its strength. The Fraser shot goes wide out of bounds.
Yeah, again, that was Sam Clare, the freshman, taking it to his left and taking a good hard shot, but pretty far out, and the goalie saw the ball the whole way and was not on cage.
Again, there's been a change in goal for the Rams. Using tag team action, do the Rams, and that's Colton Fatzinger in the pipes now for Colorado State. Fatzinger out of Wheat Ridge High School. in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Dow's going to look to work on Porter. Tries to split two. Can't do it. Colorado State's going to come up with it on the drop ball. That's Porter. Porter with the pull, looking to clear for Colorado State.
Good example for you younger players on not trying to beat a double team. You've got two guys standing right there waiting for you, trying to throw kind of a half-hearted swim dodge to get through get between those two guys. Very rarely you're going to come out on a positive with a positive outcome on a try like that.
Rams working it inside. It's a nice shot and a goal by Fisher. Great two-man game down low on the crease.
Yeah, Simon Fraser really got kind of lost on the play. Ended up throwing two late slides and leaving the guy right wide open on the doorstep.
6-2 Rams.
It's a 3-goal run now for the Rams.
Yeah, either Colorado State player had the opportunity to take that shot, and it was most likely going to be a goal either way. So, nice unselfish play to get the ball on the other side of the crease for the layup.
It's amazing how similar this game really is to basketball. Got another flag down. We'll sort this one out. While we do, folks, don't forget to interact with us on Twitter. At LaxTV is our Twitter handle.
Yeah, it looked like a technical foul call, Dan. Unfortunately, the benches are on the opposite side of the field.
Of the Colorado State Rams, there'll be a 30-second penalty.
I believe he called a push. It was tough to see. They're signaling the penalties to the bench, which is on the opposite side to us, so we can't really see the officials as they make the call.
Fraser with possession in the offensive zone. Nice feed down low, and it's a shot and a goal.
Yep.
By Sam Clare. A 6', 185-pound midfielder, inverted down low.
Yeah, the Colorado State guys are trying to make an argument that the ball did not cross the plane, but it just kind of squeaked by the goalie's shoulder there and fell on the other side of the goal line by about 4 inches. So all it's got to do is cross the plane. The whole entire ball has to cross the plane, and that's a legal goal.
And it does cross the plane. That makes our score 6-3 in favor of Colorado State.
Clare and Warfield facing off.
That ends the 3-goal run by Colorado State. If patterns hold true, we should look for another one for Simon Fraser prior to Colorado State getting on the board again. Six to 3 our score, just under 7 minutes to go in the first half, or in the third quarter. My fault.
It's cold and it's raining, Dan. It's an honest mistake.
You just don't want it to end, that's all. Well, you're living your dreams and calling lacrosse. What more can you ask for? Nice feed inside, shot goes wide. Played well on the angle by goaltender Darren Zwack for Simon Fraser.
It was a good shot. Nice job by Sean Smith getting his hands free on the feed. Good example of it really does not take a lot of space, a real good hard shot to get a good shot off. When you're that close to the cage, it doesn't have to be real hard.
It's a good job by Zwack to scoop that up, give his team possession.
fundamental thing here, Dan. I'm noticing that the Simon Fraser defensemen tend to break out with their backs to the goalie. Several times they've had open men up towards midfield, but since they're running away from the goalie with their heads turned, he doesn't have the opportunity to use them as an outlet because they're not looking at him.
How much of a disadvantage is it to Simon Fraser with so many kids so one-hand dominant in the field game?
Well, it really hurts you. I mean, it limits your opportunities so much because you've got to get to your strong hand in order to make any kind of a decent play, and it really allows the defense to shut off that to overplay you to your strong hand and not have to worry about you throwing a split dodge or throwing a roll dodge and coming back with your other hand.
Slick field roll dodge from behind. The feed up top and a nice save by Zwack to keep this a 3-goal game.
Yeah, Zwack is really doing a nice job. I mean, if he gets a chance to see the ball and make a play on it, he's doing a really nice job.
One thing I've noticed definitely with Zwack so far here in the second half is the ability to pick up the ball after the save rather than losing it or losing sight of it.
Yeah, in the first half, he was kind of having trouble not having much of an idea where the ball was once he made the initial save, but doing a better job keeping the ball in front of him.
Here's another ball down on the turf. Battle for the ground ball. And it's going to be won by Colorado State on a flip back to the goaltender, Colin Fatzinger, who's going to start the clear for the Rams. I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. If our names sound familiar, we are the hosts of Lacrosse Talk. And now the play-by-play and color crew for Lax TV. Don't forget next week, folks, when we start covering some NCAA Division I action from Jacksonville, Florida. Friday at 3:30 in the afternoon Eastern Time, we'll have the Jacksonville Dolphins and the Michigan Wolverines for you right here on Lax TV. Devlin up top, gives the ball off to Grabanis. Sorry, that's Grabinas. Taggart double teamed.
Yeah, he really missed an opportunity there. Nice shot.
Great job of shedding that double team, getting his hands free and putting it in the back of the net.
Yeah, he really initially had the opportunity on the double team to hit the man where the slide came from. He didn't see him or didn't have a chance to get the ball over to him, but rolled back into the middle and with his hands free, took a nice high hard shot that Zwack could not pick up. That's a good hard shot. Right underneath the top pipe. Tough save for the goalie from 8 yards out.
Kudos to both teams for the way they're handling the weather and really picking up and playing well in it. There's a face-off, bounces off the referee, and it's scooped up by Warfield. Shot and a save by Zwack.
Another tough save on a shot that was very in close, but it was a low shot kind of into his body, and he really didn't have to move too much to make the save.
And the ball really skips up off the turf. That was Max Wazlowski clearing the ball for Simon Fraser. Now Dow has it on the near side, working toward goal line extended, back behind the cage to Calvin Craig. Craig has been really quiet. He's got one of the 3 Simon Fraser goals. Not able to really get his hands free, but that was a great effort that hit the back of the net. Just as I say, he's not able to get those hands free.
Well, you called it there, Dan. He did a nice job getting topside. He was only about 12, 13 yards away from the cage. Leaned into his man. Got him backed off his hands and took a nice jump shot, put it past the goalkeeper.
Great job by Craig.
Yeah, I think we saw right there a little bit of the 100-goal scorer from last year.
A good jump shot to get those hands free.
Yeah, smart play. He's a big kid. He leans into the defender and then kind of jumps away from him. That gives him the space to get his hands free for a good hard shot. And he's got a good hard shot.
Yeah, at 6'2", 220 from Colquittlam, BC. Went to Glen Eagle Secondary. 7-4 is our score now. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. That's Dow.
Yeah, and so far CSU's done a pretty good job of handling Dow, and he hasn't done much to hurt him to this point.
Dow gives it to Spencer. Spencer running a circle around the back of the cage.
Not really looking to drive the ball, Dan. He's a freshman, probably his first really big game, and I would not expect him to be overly aggressive going to the goal.
Looks like he had Adam Booth on him, 6 foot, 190-pound defender from Douglas County High School in Castle Rock. Great defensive play by the Rams.
Yeah, not a very intelligent swim move there. When you got a long pole that's 3 feet away from you, bring that stick across in front of your face, you're liable to lose your upper arm if nothing else.
This is the strength of Colorado State on this clear, working in transition. They're going to pull it out, let the offense settle with 33 seconds to go. They're going to work for the last shot. Substitutions are going to be slow to come. Going to wind down the clock, maybe almost too far before they get to move toward the cage. Substitutions are made, 16 seconds to go.
Yeah, they used up about 15 seconds there, Dan, getting the personnel they wanted on the field.
Great job getting to the inside on the double team. Moving to the inside, 2-1, score with 1 second to go. That's Colorado State's 8th goal of the game.
Yeah, again, there's Matt Dewey, big, strong kid, coming one-on-one sweep across the top of the midfield, and really, frankly, the Simon Fraser kids just aren't big enough to stop him.
That goal coming at 14:59.9 of the third period. And it's 8-4. Colorado State.
Yeah, you kind of see the end of the play there with Dewey making the shot, but the Simon Fraser kids are seriously outsized by most of the CSU players, and Matt Dewey is probably bigger than everybody, but all but one kid on the Simon Fraser roster. So tough guy to step in front of and stop going to the cage.
That's the end of 3. We're going to take a break and rest our voices. When we come back, we'll have the fourth quarter from Beaverton, Oregon. Your score: Colorado State 8, Simon Fraser 4. Back in Beaverton, Oregon, Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. We're ready to start the fourth period here at Southridge High School. Simon Fraser wins the fourth quarter faceoff. That's Tom Newton. 6', 205 from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan in Canada. Great ball movement for Simon Fraser, but unable to hang on to it are the Clan. It looks like that's going to go Colorado State's way with the flag on the play. Looked like we had a push from the back.
Or a hold, Dan. Could have gone either way. That's an official's choice on that one. Could have been a hold or a push.
Simon Fraser penalty. Max Wesolowski, 30-second penalty on the push.
It was a push on Wesolowski. Rams have the ball. That's Devlin.
Set up in a 1-4-1. And again, generally in the 1-4, you're looking from a drive, either from X or from up top.
Good ball movement. Nice feed down low. Nice save. On 2 consecutive shots by Fisher. Zwack stymies him.
Yeah, and it looks like the Simon Fraser defenseman was closer to the ball when it went out of bounds, so it's gonna be their ball to clear.
And the only other action that I currently have a score for, folks, Montana State beat Colorado School of Mines 15-6 in Bozeman, Montana earlier this afternoon. Right here, our score is 8-4. Colorado State on top of Simon Fraser. The Rams ranked number 2 in the country. Tomorrow we'll have number 2, Colorado State, and number 3, Chapman. That game at 4 p.m. Pacific time, 6 on the East Coast. It's not right, 7 on the East Coast. Deflected pass out of bounds. Simon Fraser ball. Ransom on the startup. Ransom, a junior, one of the more experienced players on this Simon Fraser squad. He's got a great shot and a pretty explosive player. One thing is Coach Brent Hoskins, who's in his 10th year at Simon Fraser, says about Eric is that he tends to run hot or cold. Clan working the ball up top, and as you said earlier today, Todd, this is not Simon Fraser lacrosse.
No, playing a real slow down high field game, especially with the number of young players they have on the field. That's not their best option to go to win this game.
Good close defense. Able to shake the defender was Ward Spencer. Ball up top on the ground.
Yeah, that was kind of an ill-advised feed into the middle. There were too many sticks and really nobody open. That was a case of a little bit of a freshman jitter there.
Corey Hughes picked up the ground ball for Colorado State, hustled off the field, and on the clear, it's Stephen Brown. Brown, a freshman from Regis Jesuit High School in Colorado. Brown, a fast and athletic defensive midi. Getting into this one, I think Alex feels the
players in, get some fresh legs on the field, and as you say, preserve a little bit for tomorrow night's game. And we do have a flag down on the play here, Dan.
It's another wicked shot out of Tim Taggart's stick. Sails wide. Simon Fraser's going to go man down. Colorado State will maintain possession. Again, this is our inaugural broadcast here on Lax TV. The broadcast team tonight, Dan Matthews and Todd Walker. Also the hosts of Lacrosse Talk every Sunday evening at lacrossetalkradio.com at 7 p.m. Eastern.
30-second penalty.
On this week's show, we'll do a wrap-up of the George Hughley trial. We'll be talking with our insiders from NCAA Division I, the NLL, our Crooked Arrows segment at the top of the second hour of the show. This week we're going to speak with the still photographer from Crooked Arrows. Crooked Arrows probably due for release the first week of May, as we found out from Todd Harris on last week's show. And a movie that should definitely be seen by lacrosse fans everywhere. And if you know people that aren't lacrosse fans, get them out as well. Shot on the crease for CSU and deflected by Zwack. Wholesale substitutions for both teams as we wait for the restart for the Rams.
Yeah, again, Casey Carter did a nice job. Just a little slant cut on the crease. Did not have a lot of space, but just enough to get his hands free and actually got a pretty decent shot off.
Great dodge, shot, goal. I think that's Taggart again.
Yeah,
that was Taggart.
Sure was, Dan, and again, he's doing having kind of a field goal, driving that alley and getting his hands free and getting a good hard shot off. There he is, kind of just setting his guy up a little bit. Once he makes a little juke move and a split dodge to the inside. No slide there, nobody help on the backup, and he just put the ball past the goalie.
Warfield facing off at midfield.
Kind of a steady rain outside.
It's a beautiful Pacific Northwest evening.
The draw is still loose. Now it's scooped up by Colorado State. Try to get some accurate face-off stats in time for tomorrow night's game. There was a nice feed to the inside. Just went off the stick of Austin Fisher.
It was a tough pass. It was about a 30-yard pass, and Austin had to go upstairs to try and pull it down, and just too tough to handle.
Clear for Mitch Frank of Simon Fraser. And the Clan calls timeout. We'll take this break with them. Our score 9-4 in favor of Colorado State with just under 10 to go in the fourth quarter.
Timeout on the field sponsored by
Back here on Lax TV, game number 1 of this season. We've talked a little bit about Jacksonville. 2 weeks after Jacksonville, we're going to be in St. Louis, Missouri to bring you the St. Louis Invitational, a round robin of about 6 games featuring action from some of the top teams in MCLA Division II action, including the Davenport Panthers and St. Thomas. That matchup for us on Friday night in St. Louis. That's the 15th. The 16th of March. Be there for 4 days of action, 6 games in 4 nights. Simon Fraser with the ball off their timeout. Working it around, Calvin Craig has it. Fires a ill-advised pass across. The Clan's still playing this game up high, and I don't want to question Brent Hoskins, but it's not working.
Well, it's sort of interesting. Their go-to guy appears to be Sam Clare, who's a freshman midfielder, and that's an awful lot of pressure to put on a freshman. But by the same token, he's also handling it pretty well. He's got a couple goals, and he's playing a pretty good game.
That's Clare with it on the far side. He gets it to Ransom. Ransom drops it. CSU picks up another ground ball. Great job by the Rams. On the clear is Hayden Porter. I think we've got a timeout. White on the field. 8:21 to go here in the fourth. 9-4 our score in favor of Colorado State.
Yeah, Dan, that was a pretty good timeout by Coach Smith there. His long pole looked like he was going to get in trouble there on the sidelines, and rather than turn the ball over, he's got a timeout to burn. He'll take it and set something up here and try and work the ball into the cage.
Interestingly enough, I have not seen either of our second game teams yet. I don't know that I'm completely surprised. It's 5:42 in the evening. They've still got a little over an hour before they're going to face off, so we can probably chalk it up that they're going to stay dry as long as they can.
That would be my guess, Dan. And the locker rooms are not really part of the stadium complex here. They're in the school itself, which is frankly about a couple 100-yard walk from the field, and I suspect that they're gonna stay inside and toasty for as long as they can.
Nice shot of the rain here at Southridge High School in Beaverton, Oregon. The Rams will have possession of the ball, holding a 5-goal lead when action resumes here. I will say, in spite of the rain, at least you don't have the lightning, the thunder, the tornadoes that we seem to have in Denver during MCLA action.
No, it's not a pleasant Colorado rain, which is usually accompanied by a whole bunch of electricity and some wind in excess of 70 miles an hour. So I could live with this type of storm.
These clouds just kind of build over the Pacific and pick up a lot of moisture and dump it the first place they can. Tonight that happens to be Portland. Rams with the ball. Up top, that's Devlin. Devlin's going to be picked up near side by Mark Hilker and carry it all the way around to the back of the cage. He loses possession of it. Switch on defense is now Riley Wasner.
Yeah, Wasner did a nice job on the double team there and stuck with the slide and played his man really hard, got the loose ball and got the turnover.
Here come the Clan on the clear. They've got a chance to penetrate, and again, they're waiting for a line change, and then they take it and play it up top instead of driving to the cage on that transition when they've got numbers.
Yeah, I really think they've got so many young players out there, Dan, that it's kind of taken out of what you think of as Simon Fraser's game. They're just a little tentative going to the cage.
Fraser will have a night off tomorrow, and they pick up a game against Oregon State on Sunday afternoon. We've got a stoppage of play. Yeah, looks like we have a timeout for the Clan.
Yeah, Calvin Craig again tried to beat a triple team in the middle of the field. a little bit hesitant to try and go to any of his teammates with the ball, and try and kind of take the game on his own shoulders. And beating a triple team is a tough task for anybody, and Colorado State was not going to let him get away with that.
No, they weren't. Not at all.
Sports drink designed to help you recover quickly. Contact AdvoCare online today.
I'm Dan Matthews. Todd Walker. First game of a doubleheader here in Portland, Oregon. Our score 9-4 in favor of the second-ranked Colorado State University Rams. Teams breaking their huddles. About ready to resume action. I want to give a shout out and a thanks to Panchito Ojeda and Will Oakley, founders of Lax TV, for the opportunity to call these games. I think that the vision of Ponch and Will will live on for a long time. It's been a sorely missed component in the world of lacrosse, and that's quality coverage on a consistent basis outside of ESPN. There was somebody that was not going to be denied as he went to the cage. That was Zach Arthur, 6'3", 175-pound LSM from Cherry Creek High School in Denver.
He did a nice job bringing the ball upfield, but probably should have looked to dump it off or taken a shot a little bit farther out. He got so close to the cage that he really didn't have any opportunity to do anything other than shoot the goalie in the chest.
Zach Arthur's a transfer from Hobart University. Left Cherry Creek, went back east to play at Hobart, decided to come back home and play a little bit closer. He's got great range and can definitely, like you saw in that play, cover ground in a hurry. That shot by Braxton Campbell sails over the net. Great backup by the Rams.
Yeah, Braxton did a great job beating first his man and then kind of another guy coming on the slide and unfortunately just put the shot not on goal.
That's Campbell playing behind the cage in this inverted offense. CSU content to run. A little bit of time off the clock. Not sure that you'll see much of a stall warning coming from the officials now. I think they'd like to get this one over with and get dry as much as anybody else.
I would certainly not be looking to warn anybody for stalling. Whatever keeps the clock moving, as far as I'm concerned, is a good thing.
Ball up top. That's Taggart. Takes it around behind the cage.
Oh, my.
As soon as we speak, here comes the stall. Shot and a goal by Taggart coming around the cage.
Yeah, and an unfortunate happenstance there. He was being played on defense by Sam Clare, the freshman that we've been talking about that's been so active on offense for Simon Fraser. Unfortunately, he took a kind of a one-handed slap check, lost his stick, which was laying on the ground, and since you were, it's a technical foul to play without your stick. He was taken out of the play. There's the slap. There goes the stick, and it's basically one-on-none going to the cage. So tough play for the Clan.
It's a hat trick for Taggart. He's got 3. Rams win the face-off. Taking that face-off was Kyle Reynolds from Legacy High School in Broomfield, Colorado. Like we said earlier, Coach Smith working to get everybody into the game, and then the Rams definitely have control of this one under 5 minutes in the fourth.
And this is a place, Dan, where maybe the stall warning doesn't make any sense. You've got a team that really is just trying to pull the plug a little bit and not run up a score. But the officials, theoretically, after 40 seconds, are going to warn you to keep the ball in the box and unfortunately force offense from a team that's way ahead that maybe is trying to slow it down a little.
Outstanding save by Fatzinger on Dow, who was just standing on top of the crease. It could have had his way, and Fatzinger just stoned Dow cold. And a great hustle play by Josh Gregg, trying to keep that ball in bounds. That's the one thing that Alex said about his Rams squad today. They're gritty and they're never going to stop. They're going to just keep coming at you, and they keep doing it. See the save there by Fatzinger. A great play on Dow.
And really a nice outlet pass that the midi probably should have handled. But again, a player that isn't necessarily seen a lot of time and wasn't quite prepared to get the pass. And a real lucky backup by Calvin Craig there on a ill-advised clearing pass that got through and probably should not have.
That shot sails wide. That was Kurt Pose from Olympia, Washington. Craig's got the ball behind the cage for the Clan. Again, playing this game up top. Clan midfielders start the dodge and then tend to back off. That time the shot was Ransom's, and again saved by Fatzinger.
Yeah, not a high quality shot, Dan. He was driving down the left alley, left-handed, low angle, didn't get a whole bunch on the ball. Really had not very much chance of going in.
With two pretty solid goalies, head coach Alex Smith still trying to figure out how to use both of them and be most effective with it.
Yeah, it looks like another example of what almost is becoming more common than not of the two goalie system. One guy will play the first half, and unless he gets real hot and shuts the team out, they're gonna switch goalies at halftime.
Riley Wanzer lost a shoe here on the near side, and the Rams score largely because Wanzer can do nothing to move around in his socks.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough enough to run with two shoes on. When you lose one on a wet turf field, you got problems.
That was number 4 for Taggart, who faked Wanzer out of his shoe and took it back around the cage. Very similar to the last goal by Taggart. That's 4 in a row now for the Rams, and 3 consecutive for Taggart. Good draw backwards by Warfield. Goes after zone ground ball. We've got a battle for it. Ultimately picked up by the Rams and then stripped. Still ends up in the Rams stick.
Yeah, it was a nice loose ball pickup by a long pole. That was a tough ground ball. It was right up in his eyes.
That was Kyle Reynolds that had the ball. The Rams called timeout. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go here at Southridge High School. I'm Dan Matthews with Todd Walker. Score CSU 11, Simon Fraser 4. And as much as Simon Fraser's tried to slow the game down, they haven't been able to keep the Rams off the board.
Well, that's just not their game. That's not to their advantage to play a slow game. Their only opportunity to come out of this game, I think, with a win was to ramp up the pace of play and try and get a bunch of unsettled goals, and they just have not been able to do that.
Again, 2:22 left to go in our inaugural broadcast on Lax TV. Premium action, free of charge now.
Absolutely.
As founders Panchito Ojeda and Will Oakley decided it was prudent to ship this to the masses and let everybody see it.
You don't get any better value than that, Dan. It's free to everybody, and your opportunity to see some good lacrosse in the MCLA that you may not have been able to see before, and we thank the Lax TV folks for providing the games to everybody free of charge.
Just a steady rain falling in Portland. I want to know what it is about all the games I broadcast that seem to bring the rain.
Well, I was saw one of the CSU players in the hotel earlier today, and he commented that the last 6 road trips they've taken, they've run into moisture. So it appears that CSU is the harbinger of rain wherever they go.
Mike Wolf on the startup for the Rams. He's going to carry the ball behind the cage. Riley Wanzer going after him. He's still angry that he lost his shoe on the last play. Wolf just running circles around the Simon Fraser defense. He gets stripped of the ball, but we're going to have a penalty on the play against Wanzer.
Loose ball.
It's not a flag. It's just a loose ball push.
Yeah,
It'll remain Colorado State ball.
Loose ball hold. I think Danny got his stick up around Wanzer's neck and impeded him. And you look in the rule book. That's the definition of a stick hold.
Simon Fraser a little frustrated at this point, I think, and not able to do a whole lot. There's a push right there.
Yeah.
That's going to draw some laundry on the field. We're going to send number 10, Mark Hilker, off the field. Very apparent that the Simon Fraser squad starting to lose its composure. It's you showing a little bit, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, things are getting a little chippy. They've had a pretty long, tough night, and unfortunately things are breaking down a little bit. Hopefully, it's not going to get out of control, and I don't think the officials will let it.
Second penalty called on Mark Hilker of the Clan for the push.
That shot soars high from the stick of Sean Smith. Smith, a good lefty finisher. Rams working the ball around. That's far side, shot wide. It'll stay Rams ball. No mercy from Colorado State.
No, these guys are they want to win and they want to play well, and they're, even though they've got a nice lead, they're not gonna quit playing.
Rams are going to substitute. Lo and behold, that's not Taggart. Thought that was Taggart coming looping around the cage again.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes here, Dan, and the team with the lead under 2 minutes is automatically given a stall warning. So the ball has to stay inside the offensive restraining area as long as CSU has possession.
I think CSU will be content to hang on to it and walk away with a 7-goal victory over the Clan from Simon Fraser. Simon Fraser will move to 2-3 on the year. Colorado State will remain undefeated at 2-0 with victories over Simon Fraser, 22nd ranked in Division I, and number 11 ranked Division II foe last week, the University of Northern Colorado. Ball's on the turf with about 12 seconds to go. CSU picks it up. We've got a whistle. It's going to be Simon Fraser ball. With 9 seconds to go, Fraser will clear the ball, and that'll be all she wrote. Coming up at 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern. Tune in for our second game of the doubleheader. That's Chapman against Oregon. The Panthers and the Ducks doing battle here on Lax TV. Your final score in game 1 of the doubleheaders: Colorado State 11, Simon Fraser 4. I'm Dan Matthews for Todd Walker. We'll see you back here in just about an hour. Good night.
Brings up Chapman and the Ducks.